And so the enduringly thrilling ambience of the group game upon which everything hinges. Their existence in this competition is down to this game. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Paris Saint-Germain are a team on a mission. Maximum points, and they're on to bigger and better things.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running all. Gonzalo Ramos! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Donnarumma, really is a generational talent, Peter. I suppose you have to be good if you're a goal. Inherited the mantle from his namesake. There might be room for improvement with his kicking, but otherwise, he is nigh on perfect.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. It's a good spell of possession, this. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Gonzalo Ramos. Paris Saint-Germain have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. That's headed upfield. Paris Saint-Germain need a win here to make it through. Marçal. Oh, just skips past his man. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that has been cleared. Great work on the overlap. It's out for a goal kick. Marquinhos. And Mendes. Vitinha. Botafogo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And here's Ramos. And here's Dembele. Oh, that's a fine interception. Likanin! Now that is commitment to the cause. Marquinhos, clearly the target here.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
That'll be a throw. He's got full. Good delivery, but no joy.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Hakimi. Great run on the overlap here. Up he goes! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
34 minutes de jeu par le numéro 19.
Paris Saint-Germain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. João Neves.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Over to the other side. And it's Dembele. Now João Neves. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And here's, can he finish?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Dembele.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Hakimi. And the first half is done. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
I think on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Paris Saint-Germain leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. Paris Saint-Germain carrying a one-goal lead. He is through here! Dembele with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
No foul, says the referee. Lee Kang-in. And it's Dembele. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. Vitinha. And it's Marquinhos. Now the finish! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do, triggered by the closing down.
Vitinha, who does have an assist to his name. Paris Saint-Germain are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Nuno Mendes.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match,
60 minutes played.
306.
Vitinha. And it's Marquinhos. Marquinhos powering forward here. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
It's a mighty effort! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And that's another good win of the ball. Lee Kang-in. Nuno Mendes. To Marquinhos. Vitinha. And Hakimi. Marquinhos. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Nice bit of trickery.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Hakimi. Vitinha. And it's Marquinhos. Showing good feet. That's a fabulous ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. He's had it taken off him. With the finishing line very much in sight now. Paris Saint-Germain are closing in on qualification for the knockout stage. Nuno Mendes. Now João Neves. And here's Ramos. Oh, sweet feet. Lee Kang-in. And the finish! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Marquinhos. João Neves. Hakimi. All played for Dembele. Hernandez. João Neves. And Mendes. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Paris Saint-Germain can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Paris Saint-Germain moments now away from seeing this one out. And that interception was... It's Dembele! And that has been clubbed away. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's shifting through the... Vitinha! Oh, it's fallen loose again! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the deed is done. Thrill and excitement all round as players and supporters embrace the knowledge that there are bigger and better things to come. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, it's a group campaign with significantly more ups than downs for me, and a big step achieved to take the pressure off for what remains. They're in a great position now.
C'est gagné. Et c'est en grande partie grâce à vous, chers spectateurs.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Now it's Griezmann, Lino. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Peter, Marcus Llorente, has had a huge effect by just moving position, moving a little further forward. Who would have imagined he could be so creative and such a prolific goal scorer too?
Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Witsel. Llorente. Lee Kang-in. João Neves. And Hakimi. Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. That is a great pick out. And he's straight offside. Hakimi, over to the other side. Llorente. First quarter of an hour gone. Vitinha wins the duel this time. Spread it left. Lee Kang-in. Oh, this looks sharp. Neither side yet able to find the net. And the counter is on. And it's Koke. Alvarez. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this. And everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Llorente. Molina. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. De Paul. He's away. Gonzalo Ramos! He's hit it first time.
Gonzalo Ramos really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Struck first time. And that's caused a worry or two.
Lee Kang-in has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Now it's De Paul. Approaching the half-hour mark. Lee Kang-in. And here's Alvarez. Llorente. De Paul. De Paul really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Lee Kang-in.
That was lovely, that.
Strong running down that left flank. João Neves. Oh, facing up to his adversary, climbs up big! Just off target. Koke. And it's Griezmann. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Lee Kang-in. And Mendes. Hakimi. Dembele. Gonzalo Ramos. De Paul. Witsel. For De Paul. Koke. Marquinhos. Koke. And it's Griezmann.
Oh, great feat, that.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. João Neves. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're off again.
Paris Saint-Germain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now João Neves. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. De Paul. Llorente. Lino. That's the throw. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Alvarez! Alvarez! Oh, that was no routine save.
Alvarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nuno Mendes. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Dembele. Oh, that's neat. And here's Dembele. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And here's Ramos. And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Almost an hour gone.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 71.000
Laid out towards the right wing.
espectadores.
It's a good run down the right. Hakimi. Passes short and sharp. Gonzalo Ramos! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Llorente, oh, perfectly measured that. He's dealt with that really well. Dembele, that's a promising run he's making on the right. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And it's Dembele. Shapes to shoot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Koke. Raspilicueta. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Great work on the overlap. De Paul. Koke. Real chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Koke. Llorente. It's a pretty loose pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nuno Mendes. Molina gets over and intercepts. That's a good run down the left. Now it's Lee Kang-in.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Vitinha. Dembele. Molina getting this one clear. Vitinha. And he's cut it out.
Un minuto de descuento.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So this is where things become truly serious. Every side battle-hardened, having survived the previous stage, and from this point on, every game is all or nothing, do or die, and there is no atmosphere quite like it. You have to say, this is where the competition really starts. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, past tournaments have so often brought together the very best of so many different footballing cultures and principles, and we hope we're going to see all of that again.
Well, this is an opportunity, Peter, to show off the enthusiasm and desire to kickstart another rewarding campaign, hopefully. And we've seen some fine games in this tournament already. I think the quality has improved year on year. And to be honest, I'm not expecting a drop-off anytime soon.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. That's a good run he's making there. Bruno Mendes. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Donnarumma, is someone who's been predestined for greatness.
He rises! It's him!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Paris Saint-Germain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, registering that crucial first goal has now given them more incentive and motivation to take this on.
Vitinha, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
Hakimi. And the shot! Well, that was venomous. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, nicely intercepted. Paris Saint-Germain are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Lee Kang-in chasing after it. Lee Kang-in goes pelting down that left-hand side. Flashes it up. He's had a go! That is decidedly lacking.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Ruben Neves. Lee Kang-in. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Marquinhos. Gonzalo Ramos. Now it's Dembele. Ruben Neves just eases him off the ball. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's going to be a booking. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Oh, it's Dembele. He's picked his way through. Vitinha. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Chooses to go back. Likanin! He's got away with one there. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. Plenty to aim. Real chance! Turns and goes back. Vitinha. Good running, strong and purposeful. Hakimi plays it in. And the keeper's in command.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's Dembele. Oh, great chance! Dembele tries a header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Hakimi, gently done. And it's Marquinhos. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in. Keeper's dealt with that. Malcolm. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. Reflections on the first half?
Paris Saint-Germain deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more, considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Paris Saint-Germain go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
João Neves. And Hakimi. Dembele. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Great chance! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And now he has two. Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Nuno Mendes. Gonzalo Ramos!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gonzalo Ramos under intense pressure.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
And he welcomes it in. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Le nombre de spectateurs
Lee
pour ce
Kang-in.
match, 71 649.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Dembele. Out to the left it goes. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves. Lee Kang-in.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Dembele. And it's Dembele. Lee Kang-in. Showing great feet there. Corner given. It's their second corner of the game. Lee Kang-in plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ruben Neves. Good spot, he's seen the run. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Really got in the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great grafting.
Shot at goal! He's got a goal! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
But après 76 minutes de jeu par le numéro 77.
Al Hilal get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
There's the hit! Should have equalised.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Oh, what a climb! And he's there to belt it away. Chance! Oh, that could cost them.
When it needed something decisive, he showed too many mixed signals.
They've played it short. Gets the shot away! So close to drawing level. And it's been taken short.
Al Hilal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That's headed upfield. Lee Kang-in. Oh, it's Dembele. Terrific header! just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Paris Saint-Germain, moments now away from seeing this one out.
Gonzalo Ramos.
On 2 now and looking for 3.
Il y aura 2
Up he
minutes de
goes! It's in! Great header, made it look easy.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 9.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Paris Saint-Germain could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And time is up.
Victory in round 1, still of course a lot to do, but it is one huge step forwards.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, it's knockout football, and ultimately a win is what counts, and they seem to be able to adapt to whatever's required to make good progress. A team to keep an eye on, I think.
Chers spectateurs, je vous rappelle que...
Well, surely most would agree that we are in what is very much the business end of the competition now. Just 3 more rounds to go, and it is reasonable to believe that they have as good a chance as anyone does. That is the overriding sense here. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, there is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here, with a place in the last 4 on the line.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find...
Can he put it away? They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Paris Saint-Germain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Now it's Pedro Neto. No, he's not getting his way this time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Adrabayo. And Cucurella. Now it's Sancho. Oh, that's fabulous. Palmer.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Fernandez bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Lee Kang-in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gonzalo Ramos! It's wide, but only just.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. João Neves gets over and intercepts. Lee Kang-in. Hakimi. Dembele. Chooses to go cross-field. Lee Kang-in has created one goal already. Paris Saint-Germain are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. James. Shot at goal! And with that goal comes comfort! An absolute gift. Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Now it's Pedro Neto. Marquinhos. Lee Kang-in. There's the crossfield ball. And it's Dembele. And Hakimi. Gonzalo Ramos! And here's Ram, and the shot! Sancho. Palmer. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Lee Kang-in. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Adrabayo. Colwill. Marquinhos. Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Caicedo. Gonzalo Ramos. Madueke. Sancho. Sancho has got himself a free kick. Palmer. Nice bit of trickery. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Hakimi gets it clear. Marquinhos. Succumbs to the pressure. Hernandez is the guilty party there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Paris Saint-Germain looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. James. And here's Ramos. Palmer. Now it's Pedro Neto.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Gonzalo Ramos has found the net here, of course. Well read, and the danger is averted. James. Madueke. Madueke hurtling down that right flank. And Fernandez.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Caicedo stood up well to him there. And the first half is done. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Paris Saint-Germain are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Hakimi, Vitinha, and it's Dembele. Dembele.
Such good technique.
And he's taking no chances there. Licanin! And more, and more, and more! And surely that settles it! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Pedro Neto. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's a throw-in. James. Is there any support? Now the finish! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Well, the most exciting sight on a football pitch. He had too much trickery for that defence. Brilliant.
Terrific header! And somehow he kept it out.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Marquinhos. Hernandez. Hernandez. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Now João Neves. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter. Yeah, it was a shame his technique just let him down. We've all been there.
James. Pedro Neto. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's run loose, who's going to get there? A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
Oh, smashing header! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Cucurella. And Caicedo. Sancho. And Caicedo. He's found a way through. Marquinhos. Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Adebayo deals with that comfortably. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, and he's through the middle. And he's running through. He's through and all alone. And he thumps it clear. Cucurella. Vitinha does really well to win the ball there. He is through here. Vitinha going full tilt down the right-hand side. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. Pedro Neto. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. He can get that clear, and reclaimed it in a trice. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. That's really well cleared. Out of play for a throw. Oh, no joy this time.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the finish! He scored! And they are right back within touch! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Pedro Neto!
Chelsea give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with... And that is that. Paris Saint-Germain advance, just quietly doing their thing. Their eyes now firmly locked onto glory. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Paris Saint-Germain can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone.
So just one more hurdle before the ultimate final where everybody wants to be, and the atmosphere is truly sizzling. Expectations high, volume high, tension high, but most importantly of all, the stakes very, very high. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
A game some may argue with justification as being harder than the final itself, Peter. I can certainly attest to that from my own experience. While you do everything to tell yourself you shouldn't get too ahead of things, it's actually harder than it seems. But it's looking like a terrific occasion here. Let's just hope we have a game to match all of this wonderful expectation.
Real chance! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. It's Dembele! A real chance and a real let-off.
Dembele put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Now it's Haaland. He's beaten the last man. That's headed upfield. Vitinha. Oh, this is a very good run. Throw in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. First quarter of an hour gone. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Bernardo Silva. It's a good run down the right. Dembele! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Paris Saint-Germain really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
So we're still where we started right now. Haaland. Lee Kang-in. Vitinha. And he's had it nicked away. Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lee Kang-in. Closing in on goal. Hits one! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has stay away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nico Gonzalez. Now it's Haaland. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Vitinha. Dembele will not want to lose out here. And the finish! No, he's not going to get any further than that. Turns and goes back. Now here's the... He gets big! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Now it's Haaland. And he's surging through. Doku. He's got away. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele's delivery. Punched away. And the semi-final reaches halfway. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. And we are up to the break.
Paris Saint-Germain really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So the end of the first half in the semi-final. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Paris Saint-Germain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Lee Kang-in, Vitinha. Can he put it away? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Gonzalo Ramos clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Marquinhos, clearly the target here.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
But that'll do. That's a sharp pass. And now they can spring out of defence. Can he finish? Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Paris Saint-Germain really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Nico Gonzalez. And it's Gundogan. Haaland. He's through, now is he in? It's a good run down the left-hand side. Could move up a gear here. And here's Ramos. Vitinha. Is there any support? Tries a shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
He's got the shot away! Same again, same outcome. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Shot at goal! We've got a goal! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Paris Saint-Germain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Dembele gets a foot in here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. There's the hit! He's scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Gonzalo Ramos had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Has a look and plays it forward. João Neves. And they've switched it over to the other side. Ederson has that under control.
Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Ruben Dias. Bernardo Silva. Driving forward. Lee Kang-in being hunted in packs.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Might be danger here. Great hit! Yes! And surely that settles it. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. A case now of complete control. No, again there's no way through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. So not long left in this now. They have 1 foot in the final. Nico Gonzalez. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Gundogan. Vitinha. And it's Dembele. And that's going right the way across. Nico Gonzalez. And it's skewed away. Gonzalo Ramos! And it's in! Hat-trick! The king of all he surveys! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Paris Saint-Germain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Akanji. And he's found a way. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
But pour l'équipe du Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And that will be it. Paris Saint-Germain have played the perfect semi-final. A ruthless display which gives any potential opponent plenty to think about. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, they passed that test in flying colours, and they have every reason to believe...